Hey everybody, this is Angela, aka Returning Thunder. I know I haven't done a video in a while, and I'm actually doing this one for a special request. I have been away because I've been on a baby sabbatical. I had a baby in April of this year. So I've been kind of just taking a break, bonding with the baby, and just hanging out and having fun. So I did this video for a special request for a friend. And this is actually going to be an altar changing video because I'm changing out my altar. I'm getting ready for Samhain, getting ready for All Hallows Eve, and for the later part of the year where it starts to darken, the sun becomes less dominant and the night more prominent. But before I change the altar out, I'm going to go ahead and talk about the altar that I have set up right now. I'm going to try and go kind of fast because I'm going to do a couple of videos and kind of just bang them out. So you may, if you see me wear the same thing, don't say nothing. So right now the altar that we have up now, it's a prosperity altar, or at least prosperity for me and my family, for wealth, and it has worked amazing. I put this altar up maybe about a couple months ago, and ever since money's just been flowing in. It's been beautiful. What we have on this altar is, if I can go ahead, let me tip my camera in. I'm on a tripod, so hopefully it'll be kind of steady for you. We have my beckoning cats for wealth and prosperity. I have a candle, but I haven't lit it because I really haven't needed to light the candle. It's just basically there for symbolization, just to let you know off the bat that I am what you call a non-traditional witch. I'm truly untraditional, as in the aspect of following some kind of hierarchy or religious type thing. That's not me. I do whatever the universe beckons me to do, calls forth, and it works. So that's just me. But on this altar, we have my beckoning cats, and we have my food dogs for protection because we want to protect that money and keep it safe. Also in the back you see like a little urn, and that I put money in there because you don't want to call upon something without already having it existing. Like if you want to look for a job, or if you want to altar say to get a job, you have to actually, as they say, do the footwork. I have my little coins on there. As you can see, I have, actually there is, you see 4 gold coins, which are just regular, gold dollars, U.S. currency. And then there's actually one under the beckoning cat in the middle. But he has the crystals next to him, so we don't want to move him, until we need to. Then I have my prayer beads, because I feel that with the prayer beads, the God and the Goddess, they know my heart, they know what I need, and that helps my prayers go forth into the universe to bring me what I need. Not exactly what I want, but what I need. So this has been a good altar overall. I never really use the same altar twice. If I do put the same items on, I do kind of change it up, but this one, it was good for what it does, and I do have multiple altars around the house, so I may just put it somewhere else. That's why you kind of see it in a tray. If you ever seen my last videos, you know that I use this tray primarily for my altars because you can move it. You can take it outside, I can take it in the car, I can go to the beach with it, and just be one with the universe, and it's a great little altar to have. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for Samhain. And so, as you can see over there, I have my little treasure trove of goodies to put on my altar. And so let's see what's in here. Alright, so this is basically where I keep my witchy items, like my athame, and as you can see, this one is it's a black blade athame. It is sharp. It is not dull like your regular athames. It is pointy at the tip, and it was a hassle to order because it had to come through customs and it took months and months to get it. But I primarily use this one very, very rarely. A lot of times I'll use this athame as far as energy and whatnot. It's really not an athame. It's just a really pretty letter opener. Well, it could be like athame for me. but you know, I just kind of use it ceremonial. So I'll put that to the side. So what are we putting on this altar? As you can see, we have my cauldron out. We're going to go ahead and put the cauldron on the altar because we are, you know, celebrating the harvest. My tarot cards. I'm not really great with tarot. It's not my thing. I'm actually trying to do Teo Oracle cards, and we'll go over those in another video. Those are really fun. I have my cleansing salts, which I kind of sprinkle over a little bit over the altar, depending on what I'm doing. So let's go ahead and start taking stuff off this one. I'll kind of try to move fast for you because I really don't like editing. So let's see where we're at. 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and try and do this video in under, hopefully, in under 10 minutes. And yes, I just slid my cards off the table, but that's alright. We're going to work it out. So, go ahead and just ban this altar. Take my coins off. My prayer beads. Alright. Alright. So I always start by using a sage mist cleanser. You probably didn't see that, so I cleanse my altar. Yeah. Fresh, new. So we can get ready for the new things that we're going to go ahead and put on there. And let me go ahead and move it back. So, what I like to do is, first of all, I start by my cauldron. I put that on there because, one, I think it's fun, you know, with the Samhain coming up and the harvest and everything. You know, nothing represents abundance like a cauldron. The big full womb of the cauldron, giving birth. And then what I like to do is put my goddess candle on here. And this actually, for me, depending on what I'm doing in my altar, it could represent, you know, the goddess, the dark goddess, but very rarely do I light my candles. Like I said, a lot of these are primarily symbolic. I add a little salt in my cauldron. And then a lot of people during this time like to decorate their altar for their ancestors. Because of this, as they say, you know, this is the time where the veil is thin and that you can communicate with those who have crossed over. And I represent that with primarily my necklace of skull and crossbones, because I put that on my altar because I did have a family matriarch this year past, and I do want her to be a part of the celebration with me this Samhain, because she will truly be missed. I put my crystal wands on there primarily as a directional tool where I want my energy to flow throughout the house, throughout the home, you know, within me, you know. So those I love to have. I also like to put things that are special to me, you know, like my eye of protection. I put that on the altar to protect my home. If you guys see my altar last year, I did more of a autumn type altar. It wasn't this, you know, I won't say this dark. It was leaves and, you know, autumn colors representing fall and the transition of change. Like I said, this year, having lost a family matriarch, we are going to go ahead and do this one in representation of the ancestors that were lost. I don't put their pictures up because A, it's hard for me. B, you know, I don't want, you know, to them to be just remembered by a photo. They're in my heart, and so that's where they need to be. And so I just put representations of them on there. You know, I may like put like a piece of jewelry that one of them gave me, or, you know, something to that effect. My tarot cards, I put them on the altar because I want them, they help call the deities for me. The God and Goddess, whichever God and Goddess you prefer to use. I really don't have a specific God and Goddess. I do normally call on Lilith, Kalima when needed, Thekla, even though she's not a goddess. She is more so of a prophet, but I do call on her, and Asherah. Those are the ones that work for me. Like I said, I'm non-traditional, and those are what I choose, what I prefer to bring into my altar. Also, I like to have scented candles, because I believe that the scents, the aroma, certain smells, bring kind of just good glad tidings in your house. When you walk in your home, you kind of get a good feeling, and that's what you want to have in your house. You can smudge. Some people I know do the smudging around the home to bring in a positive energy and take away negative energy. But I feel that scents work just as good. The smoke from a nice, good smelling candle, and this candle is actually the candle of courage. Which kind of helps pull me through tough situations, especially since I've lost family members last year. So, like I said, this autumn, this altar, we're going to keep it simple. And I'm going to put a chalice on that altar. Normally I fill it up with wine, but I don't leave it overnight because it's kind of gross. So I'll fill it up with something as an altering to the goddess, because you always want to have some type of offering, whether it be flowers, rose petals, Florida water. You just want to have something, to offer, because the god and goddess, or whichever you prefer to believe, whichever your tradition is, they give us so much and such a beautiful abundance that, it's always great to give back. So, as you can see, this is going to be my Samhain altar. It's very simple. Anybody can do an altar. There's no perfect way. It's however you feel. It's what's in your heart. It's what you want to bring into your home. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and say blessed be, Merry Samhain, and hope to make another video for you soon.